planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. Today we are unboxing the cloth and paper intention box. This is the highly coveted spiral planner box, and I did allow my subscription to renew for 2 of them. I always have lofty goals to use them both for something, and I don't end up doing that. But this last year, I have used my spiral. The layout was not really one that worked for me. We're going back, I believe, to the horizontal layout, so it's not my favorite. But this last year, I used it for my garden and all the garden things. And so that's kind of the plan for next year for at least one of them. The other I may use for travel, TBD. So I'm not sure, but I know that there's a planner in this box. I believe it's a horizontal layout. I think that's what it's called. I don't know what else is in here, so let's get into it. True to life first impressions. The horizontal comes in like an A5 size for everyone, but my other things are either half letter or HP mini. All right. So we have 2 bundles. This bundle is busted. Did not quite fit nicely in the box. So I think all the contents are okay. So we've got 2 spirals. We will save that for last. And let's get into this one. So we have a first look at the calendar card, which is very minimalistic. If you are a minimalist, I think you will love this. Numbers are all 2 digits, so 0102. We have a Sunday start. It is on a very thick vellum material, and I will use this in my wallet. I like to have a little calendar card in my wallet, and I love this size for that. So that is our calendar card. Let's see. This is Curator. Is that the theme for the month? So actually the theme is prep routine. November 2025. So we have January vellum calendar card, Curator journaling card set. So we have this Polaroid, which I think the Polaroid was maybe just a theme for 2025. I don't know if that will carry over. I liked having a little bit more information on the contents of the box in the previous card, but I've worked with this year. So you also have in the Curator journaling card set, Draft Your Year with Purpose, like a curator. And Blueprint Edition Annual Design, Start Here. This planner is your workspace. Every page is a place to sketch out what matters most. With each choice, you're blocking time, shaping plans, and building the year you want to live. Design it to reflect your vision, your peace, your priorities. Cloth and Paper Co. established 2015. So we have the Curator journaling card set. And we have a magnetic bookmark in letters. So you have cloth and paper, and then you have some other letters in there. You got a little co and co. Eclipse bookmark letters. The Eclipse bookmark is a transformative yet ultra-modern addition to the cloth and paper clip assemblage. Its minimalist crescent design is simple yet effective. And you can use it as a bookmark, a planner attachment, or more. And here is an example of it in use. So we have the letters Eclipse bookmark. We also have the bar stickers. These are metallic footnotes. They are transparent. There's 96 in 5 different sizes, perfect for highlighting dates, tracking progress, and decorative accents. Best used on paper and craft projects, may not be suitable for all surfaces. Sticker is not reusable. So here are your sizes. Here's an example of using it. And I will use these. I like this blocking on a calendar out of time frame. So here is, without them all being stacked on top of each other, they are a metallic silver color. And it's called footnotes. So there are words there. And these are cute. We've basically got like a little short time frame, maybe a day, a couple of days. I don't know that I'd have more than 3. These are all, there's 4 sheets. There's nothing longer than this one here. But there are 96 of them, so you get a nice little use out of them. So that is the bar stickers in footnotes. We have square page flags. This is a trio. Palette Volume 1, 50 sheets each. All right, so we have a black, matte, and actually, I think they're all the same. Okay, and this one is a grid, and then you have like those footnote letters again. So matte and transparent, they're all 1.25 by 1.25. Square page flag set, 50 sheets on each pad. Next we have label stickers. I think these are the label stickers. Gift tag. So yes, we have our to and our from. The bottom it says cloth and paper. There's a faint little line there as a divider. And these have a little texture to them. But that is the size of like your gift tag label. And there are 4, 8, 12. There are 16 of them. So, label stickers, gift tag. Okay, we're going to come back. Actually, no, we will go ahead and do this next. So this is the inverted graph notebook. The size is CP Petite. Whoever was in charge of putting these in here deserves a raise, because it is a tight fit. Okay, so we've got a white cover, and you've got like the letters inside that it folds out, and inverted, so blackout with a grid. And then the back cover's the same. The other thing you can do with this type of cover is mark your page. Although it's not really designed for that. It's not stitched or glued at the spine, unless it was supposed to be, and mine's not. I'm not really sure. But I feel like it not being stitched or glued gives it a little bit more flexibility, but it is not a lay flat for the lay flat people. It will, for the most part, stay open, though. I'm not big on... I have a couple of notebooks with the black paper. I think I want to love it more than I actually do. So I'm not sure how or if I will use it, but I always love a good notebook. So this is the inverted graph notebook in the size CP Petite. Okay, so we have several things to go with the spiral. We have some lined note pages. I think this is a foreshadowing precursor to the actual planner. This paper is not white. It is creamish, which I don't like. So these are your notes inserts in A5 spiral. So it's already punched for you. I'm not a big fan of lined note paper. I do like a grid. I will use any and all, whether lined or dot grid or graph. This paper feels much thinner than other cloth and paper inserts. And I just really don't like the cream color. I like white paper. So take it or leave it as you will. That's my thoughts on it. We also have the Letters Dashboard Duo. So you have two items here. You have your letters, and you have your cover, and my understanding is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, in the little windows. Now, like, you see them all at the same time, so I'm not sure. It's different. I don't know how you would see any other letters, though. If I wanted to make it so, for example, if I wanted to see my word of the year, it's not set up in a way where I could, like, punch anything out. And if I tried it on my own, I'd probably damage it. So take that as you will as well. It is the monthly, the Letters Dashboard Duo. And then you have the lined notes planner insert. And then you have the monthly dashboard overlays. So these are a way to break up your month. You have a set of 12. And they are really thin, so they're not going to bulk up your planner. Each one has the month. So this is 1. Here's 2. And 3. And they're, they say cloth and paper up here. They say the month up here. And they're a nice thin material. So we have that. And as we then get into our 2026 weekly horizontal notebook. It's called a notebook on here. 2026 yearly planner weekly horizontal here. A5 spiral bound. I don't know why it has 2 different names, but on the card it's called the weekly horizontal notebook. It's got a Monday start. So let's take a look. Again, shout out to the person who packaged. Because if you are like me and want to reuse or save packaging, it's tight. Okay, so you've got a nice cover. It says 2026 in white. It's a little hard to see. Your traditional silver spiral. This is going to lay flat. Y'all know I just opened this and I hate this yellow paper. I think of cream paper as yellow paper. Like, it went bad. I don't like it. But lays flat, can fold back on itself. Those are things that I love in a spiral. I'm going to use it, but I really don't like the color. 2026 Year at a Glance, January to December. You've got your holidays and observances, conversion rates for liquids, temperatures, distance, and weight. And then each cover has a person and a quote. So January is James Oppenheim. Each of us bears the weight of the world in our own way, but it is how we carry it that we find ourselves. And so when you get into the monthly, you will have a notes page, the traditional goals. I kind of like how this is broken into like the 8 boxes. Important dates, priorities, bill due, and a checklist. And then you have your month at a glance calendar. So it is a Monday start, and Saturday and Sunday are together here. My personal preference on my month at a glance is a Sunday start. But on my weekly calendar, I do like a Monday start. So this doesn't bother me one way or another. Because I generally will not use the month at a glance calendar here. And I know a lot of people do like Saturday and Sunday together on their month at a glance. I just like to follow like your normal traditional wall calendar, which runs Sunday to Saturday. No big deal for me. You get 2 more notes pages, and then you jump into your weekly. So this starts with December 29th, Monday, runs through Friday. On the left-hand side, you have your holidays in a little bit of a fainter script. You've got your open space and your grid. And then you have Saturday and Sunday on the right-hand side. You have a place for you to list out. I would list out to-dos, but you could do to-dos, you could do a grocery list, or so many other things. And then there's space for you to write something here. It's a nice place for maybe a quote or an affirmation, or you could use the space down here. It's not labeled, so you can use it for whatever you'd like to use it for. The one on the left, though, does have a task column for checking off. And then you will have a repeat each week. When you get to the end of the month, there is a notes page at the end before you go into your next month. So February, F. Scott Fitzgerald, I hope you live a life you're proud of. If you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over. And so you can take those calendar overlays, and here is our January. These pop in here really nice. And so there is your, and it took up like no space at all. There's your January overlay. If you want to fold it back, it's a nice little protective cover. I feel like you could easily wipe this material. And you can also, like if you wanted to change this cover or enhance it. Now this is like a silver color, which I actually do like. So you could put your dashboard in here. I like that they gave you pieces for the spiral. I didn't really need anything for my half letter or my HP mini, so I like that I have things that I can use in here. That's cute. I like that. So I just added that Letters Dashboard Duo to the front here and gave myself a completely different look. The nice thing about these monthly dashboard overlays is you can almost kind of feel it when you are flipping, so you can turn to that really easily. So let's put in February. And then you have this extra line paper as well. So what you can do with that, if you're a person who needs extra paper, you can add in a couple of sheets in between your months. You can add in paper at the end. At the end, you also have a contact list. So you've got 4 sheets of that. You can add some additional line paper at the back. And the nice thing is, like, I'm putting all of this in here right now. This is I've got all that in there. They made the spiral rings so that you could add in that paper and it's not just immediately bulky. If you are a sticker user like me, you will bulk up through the use of stickers. I don't use a lot. I didn't use a lot of stickers in the spiral though. So if you want to take notes, that works out nicely. So that is the spiral notebook. I also have the spiral punch pocket. So I would add a pocket back here to the back. I like to be able to add things to the pocket until I'm ready to put them wherever their home may be. Now this feels a little bit like all the papers are different sizes. It's not like a clean line up here. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I feel like this note paper is not the same size as the paper in the notebook. Could be not. I'm not sure. Let's line it up a little bit better. So, that is your spiral notebook. Let me know what your thoughts are. Moving on, we have 2 pens. So we have a white pen. I still love the Angelic, but this is, let's see if I have somewhere in here. I usually have a tester, and I may not have it. Okay, so we're going to test out, this is a zebra, and it is a silver color. It does not have a name. We're going to call it the Skinny Silver Pen. I actually like it. It's a little too skinny though. I can't. I feel like it's skinny and it's slick. It's hard to get a good grip on it. But I do like how it writes. And it dries quick. Alright, we like that. I like it to be a little bit not skinny so that I could grip it better. But I like how it writes a lot. Can I get a few more of these? I like this. Skinny profile is good for like UCP Petite. That looks cute together with the gray color as well. Also in here, a thinner profile easily fits. So that's a good thing for that. That's just going to go ahead and stay there. That's a win for me. I like that one. Okay, let me see if I have some. Oh, I'll write on here. Pigment ink 1.0 white. And this is it. I call it Bay Oak. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Also says highlighter. I really like the Bay Oak pen. Oh, I went crazy on that one for a while. And I still have a couple of them somewhere. Not handy though. Okay, so for this, oh, she comes out nice. 1.0 is extra juicy. I'm not even going to bother touching this because I can look at it and see it's wet. So it's definitely, you need to give it a minute to dry. I didn't like the little skippy thing this was doing when it first started coming out. But as I kept writing with it, it's a little bit better. So yeah, I will use that. I feel like 1.0 is super thick. And I'm really a 0.7 person. But I'll use a good 0.5. 0.5 makes me happy. It's a happy medium. I like a 0.7. 1 is a little too much. But it's so hard to find a white pen that works well. So I'll take it. So that is the Bay Oak Pigment Ink White 1.0 that was included. And then we have our Zebra Skinny Silver Unknown. And I really like this one. I will have to do some research and find out its real name because I think I need some more. That is what it is. I am overall happy with the box. I'm not happy with the yellow paper. I know it's not yellow. I know it's cream. I'm not happy with the yellow paper in the planner. But I love that we got extra line paper. I love that we got overlays. I love that we got a dashboard. All things to use in your spiral. I like the pins. Always love a good square page flag. I also really like these bar note stickers. And I love the new journaling card. I'm not sure I'll use the gift tags. I didn't really need another eclipse, but neither here nor there. Love the journaling card. Not sure I will use the inverted notebook. I mean, I'm sure I could find something to use it for. It's cute. It's cute. So that is the November box. I feel like it may have been a little overhyped. And I feel like my own personal lack of enthusiasm is driven by the color of this paper. Now, this paper feels a little thicker or more in, I don't know. I don't have mine here, my normal one. I don't know, this feels a little thin too. I'm not sure that this is the same paper. And I don't know if the color made it different. This feels thinner to me. Hold, please. Hold, please. Okay. Call me crazy. This paper is thinner. It's not a lot thinner, but it's thinner. I feel like this just has a little bit more forgiveness to it. It's thinner. Let me see how I feel about. I'm still use it. Don't get me wrong. Let me actually do this little note paper. So we have our Zebra Skinny. And I love a good pin board. Okay, so we have shadowing, but no bleeding. Let's try a I don't even have any pins. This is a Pentel. It's still the same. It's just shadowing. Y'all, I got 8 million pins. Why I can't find any right now is beyond me. This is the Zebra Blend. It's a little bit more inky. Still no bleed. So I think the paper will be okay. I think it'll be okay. I don't know that anybody would actually use a uni pin on here. This is a uni pin. 3. Now that, if you press down hard enough, that's definitely going to be a bleeder. But it's just shadowed. Just a little bit of shadow. I don't do a lot, personally, I don't do a lot of writing on my I guess on the paper. I generally will write on a sticker. But in this planner, I did a lot of writing. So I'll just have to like find a pen and stick to it. Because I actually did write. And there's no shadowing on this paper. This paper did not shadow. Like, little bit. So I don't think that this paper is as thick. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. Also is yellow. It's not cream. It's not, ooh, it's creamy rich. It's not. It's yellow. It's like it sat out and went bad. 20 years later, you're looking at some vintage stuff. And I'm your vintage girl. I'm here for the vintage. But not my paper. I like white paper. That's just my personal opinion. You may love it. I'm just letting you know how I feel about it. First impressions. As I said before, though, I will still use it. So, let me know how you're going to use this planner. Again, I think I'm going to use it for whatever I may do with my garden in 2026, and then also for my 2026 travels, just sort of to track like things that I do on a given day, or maybe movement if I'm going from one location to another on an extended trip or something like that. I think it would be good for that. And I like the spiral is like, it's big enough, but yet it's still got a compact feel to it where I can tuck it into a bag and not feel like it's taking up a ton of space. So that's what I'm thinking for how I will use mine. Let me know how you plan to use yours if you picked one up. Let me know what you think about this box. Let me know what you think about the yellow paper. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you back here next time.